Lakota Machabi Nataka Haska Namila Haska Machabi Williams. I'm going to just say, you can pray and just say a prayer the best I can in Lakota. I'm still learning Lakota because I, didn't have those opportunities as much as I would have liked to growing up. And after that, I'm going to ask my brother-in-law to come up and sing a prayer song for us this morning. He's visiting from Wisconsin. He used to be a Denver resident here. And before we start, his name's Robin Carafel, but if you look at these four guys here, we used to all play basketball together. And us three won the Indian Nationals, the 40 and over Indian Nationals, 5 years in a row. And one of the things that, that we kind of feel sad about was that since we haven't been eating buffalo, that Plains Indians used to be the tallest people in the world. And after we quit eating buffalo, we're 1 inch shorter, the research shows. So, that's why we're so short today. With that, I'm going to say prayer. Welcome to Kashala, Michigan, Lila Unshin, Lila Betika, Atala, Lila Unstate. Mia Chekiaki, Winustran, or Chachalana, Monkoni, Shaheta, Unchina, Tunkashala, Ata, Lila, Washteo, Tunkashala, Lila, Wotapiki, Lila Plamia, Tunkashala. Now, me watching, Woksape, watching, Oyateki, Ochunku Washteo, Midaku Oyasi. I prayed for our elders, and I prayed for our sacred little ones. And I prayed that we have a good day today. And I prayed that our minds, our brains, our wisdom is good today. I prayed for those things in a good way. And I finished with all my relatives. I'd like to have my brother-in-law come up and
Yo,
Thank you, Robin. Robin Carafel, Lac du Flambeau, Wisconsin. He's visiting today, and we appreciate that for him coming up and doing it. Thank everybody for being here, and
hello, everyone. I'm Abby. I'm with Landmark Preservation and the City of Denver, and I am co-leading this project with Becca here with me, and I just wanted to thank everyone so much for coming today. We want to thank all of our, first we want to thank the Rose Community Foundation because they provided generous funding so that we can have all of our wonderful food here today. So we have Mojave and Cultura Chocolate and Cocoa Bar. So really excited to have them. We're going to get started with our program, and then we're going to take a break we'll take a little break and let everyone get to Mojave once that is ready to go.
I would also like to thank and acknowledge the council people we have in the room today. So from County District 3, thank you to Council President Torres for being here today. We also have Councilman Paul Cashman from District 6. And then we're going to thank you to the Director of Human Rights and Community Partnerships at City and County of Denver, Derek Okuno. And so right now, Councilman Torres is going to move up.
Thank you, Becca. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and thank you, Denver Youth Center, for hosting and just always being an amazing convening space for community. It is my honor to proudly support this historic context study. We just wrapped up the Levin Chicano context study, and we're learning and evolving the ways in which those studies can really help us understand our community's footprints in Denver. And this one really gives us an opportunity to reach you and each of your families and the stories that you have here in Denver so that they can be known to everyone. One of the things that really launched why we do these historic context studies is the acknowledgement that our stories are untold, they are unrecognized. Our important people and spaces and places and moments of resistance are unrecognized, and these are important to Denver's history. And so community by community, we will be supporting these efforts, but they are fueled by you, they are fueled by your families. And so as much as you can contribute to these stories gives the depth of what these can reveal. And we can use them for future action. We can use them as that simple acknowledgement, but I want to be able to landmark things and acknowledge places and moments that happened in Denver for every generation that comes after us to know about. So thank you so much for being here and supporting this effort. I'm so grateful to Rowena, to our Landmark Commission and our Landmark staff, Community Planning and Development, for making this a priority, and just really honored to walk through this process with you. So thank you very much.
All right, well, welcome. As I said, my name is Becca Deershaw. I am a senior city planner with Landmark Preservation. And I just want to thank every single one of you for coming today. I think this is the largest crowd I've ever spoken in front of in my entire career, and I am just absolutely humbled. So thank you for taking the time on your Saturday. Thank you to Rick Williams for that beautiful opening prayer, and to Robin. Hopefully this will set the intention that we want to bring for this whole project as we move forward. So when people think about history in Denver, they might think about people. You might think of William Larimer, who, by some accounts, founded the city. They might think about events like the stock show that we just had, where hundreds of thousands of people came to visit the city and to celebrate their heritage. But we know, you and I know, that this is not the whole story of Denver. This is a story and a history that starts halfway through. Today, we're launching the second in our series, Denver in Context. And this series is directly intended to tell the full story of Denver's history, from its beginnings, from the people who have lived here from time immemorial up through the present, to make sure that we're telling the full story of everyone who has made Denver what it is today. Our first historic contest, Nuestras Historias, told the story of Denver's Latino, Chicano, and Mexican-American communities. This was a great project. We partnered with the Office of Storytelling, and they put together a great documentary based on some of the stories and histories uncovered in that project. We also are working to designate Lavazza Park as a local Denver landmark, and it was identified in that historic context as being a very important place to the community. And so we're hoping that this historic context that we're launching today results in action. So what is a historic context even? On one hand, it's this broad historical document that, based on archival research, oral histories, it documents the history of a group of people in a particular geographic location. It identifies themes that are important to that community, such as spirituality, education, things like that. It also identifies a list of places that are important to that community. And we at the city can use that list to help designate places or come up with resources, help activate the space if the community would like, things like that. But, and I think more importantly, we at Landmark and at the City of Denver, we are hoping that this historic context is the beginning of a relationship. The beginning of a relationship with Denver's Native communities. We as preservationists know that we have not always invited everyone to the table, that we have privileged certain stories over others. And that's given us a very warped view of what our city is and what's important about our city. We also know that we tend to like to put an exact date and place and time onto something that's important. We don't look at the grand scheme of things. We don't look at natural resources, landscapes as being significant. We also understand that there are going to be some stories that are not appropriate to put into the historic context. They're personal, and private, and sacred. And that is okay. And we're really hoping that through this project, we form a relationship where you feel comfortable telling us what you want in this historic context and what is better off without. So I'm going to turn it over to Abby in just a minute to tell you how you can all get involved in the numerous ways that we can do this. But I just want to say once again, thank you so much, every single one of you, for being here. And we really hope that we get to work with all of you during the course of this project, and we're really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Becca. And thank you again, everyone, for being here. So I'm going to talk about how you can get involved. So first off, you can share places that are significant to you. So if you've checked in, we have at the check-in there an opportunity for you to share a significant place. That could be a place that has personal importance for you, places of community gathering, resources that are significant to you. And then you can also share over here any story, person, place, event, anything that you want us to consider. Something that you want to be sure gets included in this context. You can also stick up a sticky note over here or right on the board and get to share that as well. And both of those we will be having a great collection of door prizes here today, and you do get raffle tickets for everything you share. But then if you want to share your story more in depth, we also have a survey that is up on our website, and that's what the flyers around link you to. And it is a math-based project, and so you can put pins in different locations around the city, different mountain parks, and identify places of significance to you, and let us know why those are significant. As Becca said previously, only share what you're comfortable with sharing, but we would love to hear from you, and we want to get that incorporated into the context. This context is absolutely impossible to do without your participation. We don't know the story. We kind of look at ourselves as, kind of just, our vehicle here is to help share your story with the rest of Denver and to help make sure it's part of what the city's story is. So we're really here as a vehicle to collect your stories and help share them more widely. The information that you do share about sites will be included in the context, will help kind of form the context, and then we will also be creating a story map, which will be an interactive website where you can identify the various places. And if you want to see that, we have a story map up from our first context as well, if you want to see what that looks like. Then I also want to let you know, if you're interested in being more directly involved and really want to be really actively involved in the project, there's several ways you can do that too. And you can find more information about them on our website, links to their table flyers. One, we are doing oral histories as part of this project. So if you would like to share your story, if you know somebody else you should really talk to, let us know. We will be recording those. They'll be incorporated into the context, and then we will also be sharing those with Denver Public Library at the end of the project, along with other materials. We are also looking for people to be part of our advisory board. So if you'd like to kind of have a high-level involvement, help guide us through the project, we're taking nominations for that as well. And then if you really want to be hands-on, we will be hiring some community connectors. And so for that position, we're looking for really people active in the community who would like to work with us directly, work directly with our project consultants, and help connect us to the community, help us do the oral history interviews. And then soon, we will also be hiring 2 youth interns. And so those would be either high school juniors or seniors or college students who would like to work directly on the project with us as well and help us with community outreach. So some of the many ways you can get involved, but if there's something I haven't mentioned, please let us know. We want to know, how do you want to be involved? Are there art, stories, other images you want to share with us? We're available. Is there a place we need to be, where we need to go in the community, who we should be talking to? Let us know. So mine and Becca, we both have our phone numbers and our emails are available up on the project website. So just, we're open, your doors are open, and please let us know how you'd like to be part of this project or how you see this project going in the future. Thank you so much. Okay, so it looks like we have the food ready, so we're going to take a little break in the program here so people can go get some coffee. Thank you. Oh, elders first, please.
I testified at the several listeners. Yeah, I'm like, I look at Mount Evans every day.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How about the nice?
And next week is the bicycle exchange too.
What exchange? Oh, the bike?
Yeah. There's that's always pretty amazing. Have you ever been?
Denver the Mountains, and you help tell the stories of American Indian, Native American, and indigenous people in Denver. We want to hear from you. Scan the QR code to tell us about important sites and history connected to your community.
Image of Jurassic Park when they would put them into the trailers, and they ended up with it. Pretty intense. Yeah, I'll bet. That's a great thing that we started. Oh, yeah. That has been really, really cool.
Did you get that? See how well.